My earlier video, I told you how I quit at 54. But here is the part no one really talks about. The day your salary stops, your income drops to zero. And suddenly, you are not just asking, how do I earn? You are asking, what am I without my job? Because when the salary stops, you don't just lose income, you lose structure, you lose routine, and you lose a system that was quietly working in the background. So in this video, I want to share three things: what I got wrong, what I'm doing now, and how I think about income today. The biggest mistake I made was this: I focused on assets, not income. Like most people, I believed if I build enough wealth, income will take care of itself. But after quitting, I realized something very different. Assets don't always generate predictable cash flow. And when your salary stops, cash flow becomes everything. So today, my income doesn't come from one place. It is layered. At the base, I have some fixed income that comes in annually. It covers roughly about 30% of my expenses. And importantly, this income increases over time. So the idea is simple: to at least keep up with inflation. But that alone is not enough. So on top of that, there are other streams, some stable, some not. For example, trading. There are months where it covers a large part of my expenses, and there are months where it doesn't. And occasionally, there are months where it can cover everything. But that is exactly the problem. It is not consistent. Same effort, same approach, very different outcomes. And one thing I've realized: the market doesn't know your expenses. So while this works for me, since I have proper risk mitigation techniques in place for trading, it is not something I would say is for everyone. Then there are smaller things. Even something as simple as credit card optimization adds a few thousand every month. It is not big number, but it is consistent. And over time, these small streams start to matter. And something else I have noticed: context matters a lot. When I was in the US, interest rates were very low. So the focus was more on growth and long-term assets. But in India, the environment is different. So the way you think about income also changes. And then there is YouTube. To be honest, I'm still new to this as an income stream. I've tried this before and it did not really go anywhere. But now I'm approaching it differently. With Career Growth Global channel, which you are watching right now, I'm starting to see traction. What connects with people, what they respond to. And I'm still learning this. If you have been through this or understand how YouTube monetization works, I would genuinely like to hear your insights as well. And honestly, thank you for watching the earlier video. That response gives me confidence that monetization is not too far. And alongside that, I also work on your Personal Finance 360 YouTube channel. The reason I've kept these two channels separate is simple. Career context, career content is more global, but personal finance, especially how we approach it, is mostly India specific. So I did not want to mix the two. On this side, I'm focusing more on sharing what I've learned about financial independence. So these are still evolving. But for me, this is becoming an important part of how I think about income going forward. This may take time, but I can see how this can become a real income stream. And through all this, I've realized something important. This is something I should have done much earlier while I was still working. I focused on building assets, but I did not focus enough on building income streams. And that is a mistake because the best time to build this is when you don't depend on it yet, when you still have a salary, when there is no pressure. If you're working today, start small. Build one or more income streams gradually. Start with one. Keep the effort manageable, something you can sustain alongside your job. And when something starts working, you can build on it. Over time, it compounds. But even with all this, there is something people don't talk about enough. After quitting, there is uncertainty. Some days feel productive, some days don't. And that is uncomfortable because for years, your identity was tied to your job. Now you're building that again, slowly. So if you're thinking about income, don't just ask, how much can I make? Ask, what kind of life am I trying to build? Because income is just a tool, and I'm still figuring this out. If you are too, let me know in the comments, what income stream are you exploring right now? And once YouTube monetization starts working for me, I'll come back here and share the journey as well. Thank you. This is Chetan Vitlani signing off.